How to not hate yourself, coming from somebody who used to hate myself. You weren't always the person who hated yourself, but you practiced self-hatred without knowing every single day. But lucky enough for you, things that you practice and you learn can be unpracticed and unlearned. And in this video, we're gonna dive deep into the habits, the nervous system, on how to not hate yourself. This is a very special video because I created an amazing series on my Instagram and my TikTok, which kind of blew up on Instagram, how to not hate yourself. And these are the best of the bests. The videos that went viral, what people loved and had questions about. I'm gonna put them all in this video, and not only am I gonna say it, I'm actually gonna speak about each and every one of them in more depth. Welcome to or back to my channel, Self Love Lexi. Like always, I have my notes in front of me just because it's a long and big topic to talk about. Let's go. Part 1, why you actually hate yourself, the mechanism. Point 1, you are the product of your habits. Compound effect is real. If you notice, if you don't like where you are, the way you look, or how your life is going, take a strong look at the habits that you are practicing every single day. And one thing that I love to do is take a look at the habit that is really impacting your life in the most negative way, and take a habit that you have or that you want to instill in your life that's a small habit that will impact your life in a great way. For example, a habit for me when I was being so honest with myself that was impacting myself in the most negative way was scrolling. One, it makes you so exhausted. It's like a loop, because you start to scroll when your dopamine is low and you feel tired, but it makes you feel more tired. It makes you feel sluggish. Brain rot is a real term because it literally makes you feel like your brain is rotting. So scrolling for me was a big problem, and once I became super honest about this, I realized it was the biggest problem that I was having, and if I eliminated scrolling even just a little bit, my life would become so much better. We all have a habit like this that even if you eliminate it just a little bit, it will compound immensely. Then we have a habit that can really help you, and whether you're doing it or not, for me, one of those habits is like meditating or journaling. Those kind of things really allow me to ground back into who I know I am, ground into the present moment in my body, and I just feel so aligned with my life and with myself when I'm doing both of them, or at least one of those. Second point, you cannot be the same person and expect a different result. I have seen so many videos on like manifestation and quantum leaping, creating the identity that you want, and a lot of them have one thing in common, basically saying you have to kill the old version of yourself. And this is also held up, I don't know how to say this correctly, but like it's also shown in the Bible. You have to die to that version because you are reborn when you come to Christ, right? So basically what this means is you have to kill the old identity, the old version of yourself that you were when you were hating yourself. Whether it's people pleasing, not being able to set boundaries, overeating, undereating, speaking negatively on yourself, whatever habit you had instilled in your own mind and body, you have to kill that version of yourself. And kill is very dramatic, but it honestly, it relates to the process very much so. When I had to kill like parts of myself, I had to do deep inner work where I had to look at a mirror and not have like a beautiful face that I was putting up, but strip back the layers and truly see myself, truly see how I was carrying myself, truly see the wrong that I was doing. And it's not a beautiful process. It's very ugly sometimes. It's very scary and it hurts, but it is crucial to becoming the version of yourself that you really are meant to be and want to be. I keep hitting this, that might be annoying. Let me put them back. Something that I actually take my clients through is this amazing process when becoming the best version of yourself. After the nervous system healing, after the subconscious mind rewiring, and that is the sole portion. Deep down, we have huge goals. Most of us have huge goals and huge desires that might have been covered by doubts and fears and limiting beliefs. But when we truly tap into the aligned version of ourselves, we can rediscover these parts of ourselves. And so something that I do to this day, like I have journals on journals about this process, it's pretty much creating who you want to be. So I like to do this on my birthday, and it just goes so in depth, guys. It's not even about the small things, like the way I look. It'll be so deep. How do I carry myself? When I feel judged, how do I deal with that? When I feel left out, how does this version of me deal with that? What are the characteristics this version of me has that I don't right now? And it goes so in depth, so you can actually see the difference between where you are right now and where you actually truly want to be. I'm just gonna take a sip. I need to get a new water bottle because every single time I sip out of it, it sounds so funny. So yeah, you can't be the same person and expect a different result in life. To stop hating yourself, you have to become somebody new, or at least somebody more aligned. Next tip, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Oh my gosh, when I first learned this, it could not get out of my head, to the point where I would throw something like at the garbage and it would miss, and I would just like leave it, but then it would go into my head, if you leave this, you're leaving trash in your life. And ever since I heard that, how you do one thing is how you do everything, I have kept my room clean. I try to be always in integrity because of that. Like, it's honestly so true though. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Obviously, we have our off days, but it's really like a reflection of who you are. The actions you take is a mere reflection of who you are deep down. So again, if I now am throwing something in the garbage and it misses, I will literally go pick it up every single time, because that is a mere reflection of my life, of my mind. Is my mind cluttered? And I noticed, actually, if I feel like cluttered or super lazy or super tired or even depressed, there's going to be more clutter in my room. There's going to be more clutter in my life. Things aren't going to be as organized. It's just a reflection that I have made, and a connection that I have made as well. So next section, part 2, make yourself safe first. This is with the nervous system, so clear the ground before you plant. If you've ever planted any flowers, seeds, veggies, fruits, anything, you know that you want to put the dirt on the ground, rake it, clear it. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to clear the ground before we plant. First one, your nervous system has to feel safe before anything else works. If you are somebody who truly chronically hated yourself, just like I did, to the point where there was self-harm, to the point where I did not want to be alive anymore, and I had tempted to not be alive anymore. If you were at that point, you have to understand there's something so deep inside of you that you get to now kind of re-shovel and take a very clear look at. It's not going to be easy, but it is crucial. It's a crucial step. Your nervous system has to feel safe first. I have videos, but like I said before, I'm going to try to go in depth on this video. So here are a few tips. 1, breathing. God gifted us breath, okay? We can activate our sympathetic nervous system or parasympathetic nervous system with our breath. For example, activating the sympathetic nervous system could look like, and when I was in university, actually, I didn't have caffeine at all, so I would do that to wake myself up. And you can activate your parasympathetic nervous system by breathing like this. And guess which one is going to relax you? Take a good guess. It is definitely the second one. And that is probably the best tool, in my opinion, to regulate your nervous system, is just basic breathing. But I have a few more tips and tricks that I want to share with you about it as well. As promised, here are other tips and tricks to how to heal your nervous system, regulate your nervous system. Another super easy one is literally looking around. If you don't know, something that happens when our nervous system is in fight or flight state, it's pretty much the equivalent to our bodies thinking that we're being chased by a bear. We are literally being launched into survival mode. I don't know why my phone got dark. One sec. Okay, hopefully that's better now. It is literally as if your body got launched into survival mode. So another best thing that you can do for your body is to look around to prove to your body that you're safe. And if you want a little bonus, while you're looking around, I love to put my hand on my heart, saying, I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. And if that cringes you out, I just want you to take a moment and kind of question, why does speaking to myself with love, nurturance, empathy, and compassion give me the ick? Coming from, not a place from judgment, by the way, but genuinely coming from myself, who also was so icked out to say things like, I love myself, I'm so beautiful, I love me, I'm safe, I'm gorgeous, I'm smart. I was genuinely so icked out if if myself or anybody around me said those kind of things. So again, it's not coming from a judgmental place. Just genuinely ask yourself why. You're probably gonna have a different answer than me, so again, ask yourself why. Next one is to pull your ears. There's actually science-based evidence on all of these tips. This one is the most interesting one to me. Apparently, it just kind of tells your body, like, we're safe. Don't worry. If you have enough time to pull your ears, you have enough time to breathe, and you're not being chased by a bear, kind of thing. Next one, remove the habits of destroying your self-love before you add a habit in. I had to clock my own things when I was learning about this because I love self-development. I love adding new habits in when I learn that they're helpful for me, like going on walks, meditating, journaling, meeting up with your friends, going on cutesy cafe dates. I just have so many habits, lymphatic drainage, like so many habits that I add in onto my life. When I realized the best thing that you can do is take a bad habit out before implementing a new habit in, like I was talking about in the very beginning of this video. So remove the habits destroying your self-love before adding any random habits in. And I know we talked about this, so we need to get two more in depth on it. Next one, take care of the basics of yourself. Move your body, okay? Even if you don't go to the gym, go on a walk, okay? Do push-ups and lunges on the sidewalk or something. You have the capacity and the ability to move your body, especially if you're able-bodied. You are so lucky. Think of how lucky you are. You have arms to move, legs to walk. Use them. God gave you a beautiful gift. Use them. Drink your water. Drink your water. Your body is like, I don't want to quote it. How much of your body is water? Let's look this up together. Guess. Take a guess. Put it in the comments your guess of how much your body is water. About 60% of an adult body is water. You are destroying your body if you're not drinking enough water. And if you don't like the taste of water, which personally, with the most love, I think you're insane. If you don't think water has a taste, I also think you're insane. Water definitely has a taste, but depending on where you live, obviously it's going to taste different, and I'm not going to judge you if you say your water tastes bad. For example, if you live in like New York, I've heard that people really don't have good water there, but water does taste different everywhere. If you has water, do something like Mio. When I was a kid, I used to have like Mio droplets that taste like raspberry or blueberry or something, and you can put that in your water to make it taste a little better. I'm gonna have a sip. Next one, well, on the same topic, sleep. Sleep is so important. I took my sleep for granted. When I was younger, I used to pull all-nighters and study, but it really hit me after a while. Your sleep is crucial to your development, okay? Not only to your development, but there's a long story that I basically tell to all my clients who have a problem with like hustling. If their worth comes from their productivity, I tell them this one story specifically. There's two people who chop wood. They start to chop wood at the same time and they end at the same time. But one of the guys chopping wood leaves for about an hour, and he always seems to chop more wood. The other man is getting so frustrated because he's like, we start at the same time, end at the same time. I chop more wood for you than 1 hour because you're gone, but yet you at the end of the day have more wood than me. Where do you go? The other guy says, well, I go to sharpen my axe. And that's what sleep does. It sharpens your axe. Okay. Part 3, the decision in the mind. So belief comes before proof. The world is kind of backwards. It tells you that you need proof before the belief comes, but that's unfortunately not how it works. You need to believe in yourself first. It's like manifestation. You must feel before the reality proves it to you. Be, do, have. Literally the format that it says in the Bible as well. Self-love is not something you wait to feel. No, wait to feel. Self-love is not something you wait to feel. You fully decide to feel it now and watch your thoughts and your emotions that aren't serving you naturally fall away and be replaced by new ones that are serving you. So if you say, for example, oh, I have to wait to go out and meet new people until I lose some weight, you are literally just delaying your own love. You're delaying your own growth and you're delaying your own success. I have even had somebody super close to me saying they wanted to lose 10 pounds before stepping into the gym because they were uncomfortable with their body. But it's not even out of judgment. It's just genuine. This is what happens in some people's heads. The fear and the doubt takes over. It takes over. So understand that fear is, what's the word that I love to use? Fear is like a mask. No. Okay. There is an analogy that I was given about fear. Think about your closest park to you. And you're walking in the park at night and all the lights turn off and you're just standing in the middle of the park, and all of a sudden you hear ruffling. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. Then the light comes on, boom, it's not scary anymore. The shadow side is the fear. But when you shed light on the shadows, when you shed light on the fear, all of a sudden the fear isn't scary. If that makes sense. Second one, whether you believe you can or you can't, you are right. There is tremendous amount of studies on this, how important your mindset is. Now, I have some studies to prove this, that whether you say you can or you can't, you are right. First one is Self-Efficacy by Bandura, and it was done in 1977. I'm going to read off of the little thing, okay? People with equal knowledge and skill perform differently depending on whether they believe they can execute. Belief predicts effort, persistence, and outcome above raw ability. Second one, Mindset Changes the Body by Crum and Langer, 2007. The Hotel Housekeeper Study. 84 housekeepers, same job. Half were told their cleaning already counted as real exercise that met health guidelines. 4 weeks later, with no change in actual behavior, that group showed drops in weight, body fat, blood pressure, and BMI. Nothing shifted but their belief about what their work was doing. Third one, Expectation Becomes Reality, Rosenthal and Jacobson, 1968, the Pygmalion Effect. Teachers were told certain, this one is such a crazy study too. I learned this in psych class. Teachers were told certain randomly chosen students were about to bloom intellectually. By year's end, those students gained more IQ because teachers unconsciously gave them more warmth, harder material, and more chances to speak. One person's belief reshaped another's output. Last one, but definitely not least, Growth versus Fixed Mindset by Dweck. Students who believed intelligence can be developed outperform those who believe it's fixed because they treat difficulty as information, not as verdict. The National Study of Learning Mindset ran 12,490 ninth graders in a short intervention, raised grades for lower achieving students. So yeah, these are literally raw studies on the truth of that statement. Next one of part 3 is fix your mindset. The cup is always half full. And in this video that I actually said this, there was a comment saying, I agree, but something along the lines of like, I agree, but I also think it's crucial to know that people are allowed to like feel negative emotions. I 100% agree. Something that I actually teach my clients is the safety net within your own body. The only way to fully process emotions is to heal it. My motto is feel it to heal it. And that's how I teach nervous system safety, is getting yourself into a calm state and actually processing the emotions safely in your own body through talking to yourself with love and compassion, and at the same time using breathing techniques and looking around you to make sure that you're safe while going through hard things. So I'm not saying that feeling hard emotions is wrong. Not at all. But something that's worth noting is that you can either have a pessimistic mindset or an optimistic mindset. And the side of optimism is going to generate a much better life for you than looking at everything negatively. And I can give you a small example. Road rage is a huge one for people. I used to have terrible road rage. And whenever somebody would cut me off, I'd be like, oh my god, this idiot doesn't know how to drive. Honk. And my nervous system would be hiked up. I'd be in a bad mood. Oh, this idiot. I'd flip them off. I shouldn't do that on here. I gave them the finger. And now I just kind of laugh about it. And I don't let it affect me. I just assume they're probably in a rush. You know, even if I do get super irritated at a driver, I will bring in my head, you know what? No, they're going to the hospital for their dying mother. Even if it's not true. I don't care, because it's much better for me and my nervous system in my life to look at every single outcome like it's working for me. Another example that's kind of extreme is if I'm late for, let's say, a train or something, or I'm late for a flight. Instead of getting so upset and blaming myself and being super irritated, which is valid, but if it continues, then you're putting yourself in that state. And when you're in a certain state, that's when things start to reflect the state that you're in. Anywho, instead of being so upset with myself for being late for the plane, I might say, you know what? That plane was going to crash and God is saving me right now. And boom, mood switched upside down. Everything happens for a reason. Next one, life is only as good as you let it be. It kind of ties in with the mindset thing. Life is funny. It'll give you trials and errors. It'll give you ups and downs all the time, but your mindset needs to be the strongest thing about you, because you're going to go through hard times in life. You're going to. Even the Bible says you're going to. It's not about whether you are, it's when. In those moments, you have to allow life to still be good. You have to be able to still see the good and still hold gratitude in your life. Next one, your attention. Oh, I love this one. Your attention is your most valuable currency. Use it wisely. And people are paid millions of dollars to keep your attention on social media. This is what algorithms are for. Your attention is what brings people money. But not only that, your attention is what intention is. If your intention is to work on yourself, then your attention has to go towards things that are going to attribute to you working on yourself. If your intention is to become successful, your attention has to be towards things that can make you more success in your life, whether it be money or relationship or friendships, whatever you deem success to be. If your intention is to be healthier, then your attention has to go to, how can I be healthier? I need to move my body more. I need to drink more water. I need to have whole foods. So yeah. Part 4, rebuild self-trust through aligned action. So this is where identity actually changes. If you say you're gonna do something, girl, do it. Self-trust is the foundation to self-love, and you keep building it by building those small promises to yourself. Think about it this way. If you had a best friend who always told you, oh my god, girl, let's hang out, let's do something this weekend, and plans are made, but every single time, last minute, she cancels. Eventually, 1, you're gonna stop trusting her word that you guys are gonna go out. 2, you're going to stop respecting her, because people's respect comes from what they say. If someone tells you that they're going to do something and they never do it, it's an automatic response that you kind of lose respect for that person. It's not mean, it's normal. But now, with yourself, when you tell yourself that you're going to go on a walk tomorrow, when you tell yourself that you're not going to have a sweet treat, when you tell yourself that you're going to start that business, when you tell yourself that you're going to cut that toxic ex off, and you don't do it, you are treating yourself the exact same way. You're losing your trust and you're losing your own self-respect. The thing is, with self-love, one of the foundations of self-love is self-trust. You must trust yourself to actually take action towards being the best version of yourself. If you don't trust a friend, are you going to tell them things? Are you going to feel safe around them? Are you going to open up? Are you going to want to hang out with them? No. So why would you expect that if you lose trust with yourself, that you want to feel safe with yourself, you want to have one-on-one time with yourself, you want to get to know yourself? It's not going to happen. It's not. Next one, go after opportunities even if you do not feel prepared for them. There's actually a saying with this. I forget what it's called. Like, you will be in a room and you don't feel like you belong in the room. Let me look this up. Little intermission, but I'm not going to put the sound over. Okay, let me see. It's like coming to my head a little bit. What is that word? Yes, thank you. Imposter syndrome. Even if you're feeling imposter syndrome, basically what imposter syndrome is, let me give a brief summary. The feeling that you're in a room by fluke, like you don't belong where you are. Do it anyways. One of the best ways to combat fear is by taking action despite of fear. And when you take action despite of fear, that's when courage comes to play, okay? So even if you don't feel that anything's ready, even if you feel like, oh, I'm not ready, I can't post yet. Oh, like, I don't know if it's going to work out, I can't do this yet. Take action regardless and fix later. That is the best way to do things. That's what I've learned from, like, multi-billionaires, is put it out. Put it out there and then iterate after. There's a strong saying with that I kind of forget, but it's like, draw the circle first. You have to draw the circle first to, like, adjust the lines after, kind of thing. Next one is stop living passively. Take control of your life. Nobody's coming to save you. Absolutely nobody. Nobody. Stop having a victim mindset. Understand that you have created the situation that you're in most of the time. Most of the time, you are the reason why you're stuck in your life. And so it's so freeing to understand that you have the reins and the control of your own life. But it's also hard, especially when you've been living in the mindset of, oh, well, my parents raised me this way, so that's why I'm like this. Oh, you can go your whole life blaming your actions on your parents, but what is that going to do for you? Absolutely nothing. You're allowing yourself to live in this self-pity instead of saying, okay, you know what? Yeah, my parents raised me like this, but I'm not going to be like this anymore. Boom, right there. That was a little blunt for you, but... Next one, stop people pleasing. In other words, develop self-agency. Allow yourself to set boundaries. Allow yourself to take up space. Those were huge things that I needed to learn in my own life because I was such a people pleaser. By the way, I want to kind of say this here. None of these are to be rude or judgmental at all. Truly, I have gone through these, and that's why I'm able to speak on it, because I understand. I understand is another way of saying it. And on this point of I've been through it, I have created something for you guys. And it's called, what is it called? It's not Custom Healing Blueprint, which is amazing as well. But I have a free quiz, link in my bio that you can go see. And it helps identify the root of the broken relationship with yourself. Okay? Back on track. I keep speaking like this. I need some water. Next one is a juicy one. Stop putting your worth in the hands of other people. Woo! Oh, child. And it's not even like of other people. Stop putting your worth to anything external of you. I was literally talking to one of my clients the other day, and they had something similar to what I had when I was younger, and it's your worth being tied to productivity. That's a huge one. But for this one specifically, your worth being tied in the hands of other people. Something I had to learn when I was younger because I had an obsession with people liking me. I really wanted everyone to like me. Truly. If you didn't like me, my whole day, week was ruined, and I was ruminating on that forever. Before bed, best believe 4 a.m, I'm waking up thinking about the fact that you don't like me. It was intense. It was insane. But it just kind of took over my life. And once I realized that no matter who you are, what you look like, what you do, how nice you are to people, how much you bend over backwards, how much of a people pleaser you are, there's still going to be people that hate you and talk bad about you. When I realized that, I had a moment of like, why am I exerting myself when no matter what, people aren't going to like me? And I stopped. Understand, no matter who you are, what you do, what you look like, how nice you are to people, there are going to be people who hate you. And it's not because of you. That's another thing I had to learn. People's projections are real. If you are just authentically yourself, you're going to have people who love you and you're going to have people who hate you. And that's the best gift that you can give to yourself. When you are yourself, you will collect your tribe and you will repel the people who are not meant to be with you. And that is a gift. I promise you. I promise you. I used to be such a people pleaser that I had so many friends, so many different kinds of friends, which is beautiful, you know? But the fact that I was a different face to every single person because I wanted to be liked by every single person so badly, when I finally stepped into the version of myself that loves myself so much unapologetically, I was able to set boundaries. I was magnetic. I was myself. I didn't care what people thought. All of a sudden, I was super polarizing, and I attracted people who resonated with truly me to my core. And the same people who I used to put up a face to and wouldn't be able to set boundaries, always was saying yes to everything and the people pleasing, all of a sudden they started hating me. They started saying, oh, she changed, she's a B word. And at first it stings, but eventually I started to realize this is so good. This is such a good thing. And to be honest, if your worth is always in the hands of other people, it is never steady. Your worth is in the hands of people who one day may hate you, one day may love you. When your worth is tied intrinsically to you as a human being, I am worthy because I'm breathing. When that is your belief, nothing can shake you. You know yourself so damn much. You love yourself so damn much that even if somebody gives you a dirty look or even if somebody openly doesn't like you, it doesn't shake who you are to the core because you know yourself. Know thyself. Part 5. And the last part, become someone new. Break the damn loop. I'm going to take a little water before. Okay, this one ties into kind of what we were talking about before, but you have to change your habits and your identity because you cannot repeat the same day and expect to feel a different result. Now, when I was first getting into manifestation, mindset, subconscious mind, I came across Dr. Joe Dispenza, and something that he said really hit me was, you live the same day on repeat. You wake up, you brush your teeth with the same hand, you drink the same coffee, you get in the same clothes, you take the same route to work, pretty much same work day, see the same coworkers, you wake up dreading seeing those coworkers. It's the same day on repeat. And every single day, you're living in the emotional state on repeat. You're thinking the exact same thoughts on repeat. And when you're thinking the same thoughts and having the same emotions, automatically you are in the same state. Now, I want to kind of explain what state is. There's magnetic frequencies that we all have. Now, this isn't some woo-woo thing. You can actually look it up. There's scientific evidence. They have studied this. They have shown graphs of our magnetic fields. So when you're in a state of an emotion of happiness, you're going to look at the world and see the world through a different lens. And if you were in a state of sadness, this is science, my loves. So if you live your life with the same thoughts and the same emotions that are geared towards a negative mindset, your state is going to be negative, and therefore you're going to reflect and be reflected back negativity all the time. So if you want to change your life, you need to change who you are and the habits that you hold as well as the state you're in. And one of my favorite ways to do this was change up what I'm doing, to the point where I was changing which hand I was brushing my teeth in. I was changing up routes. I was doing different things, and I was creating new neural pathways because I was doing different things with my life. Last one. Same thing. Do something different once in a while. If you live the same day on the repeat, you feel the same emotions and stay in the same state forever. Exactly what I was saying. I was ahead of myself there, which is great. So yeah, if you've made it to the end of this video, that is incredible. This is a long video, but I know you can feel my passion through the screen. So if you made it to the end of this video, comment a weight heart. I love hearts, and I love a weight heart. It kind of matches my little dress here. So yeah, it was so good to have you, and if you have any more videos ideas for me, please drop them in the comments. Anything else you want to share, please drop in the comments. I read literally every single comment ever. Also, go follow my Instagram and TikTok. I post on Instagram every single day. We would love to have you in the Lovely Ladies community as well. Love yourself as much as I love you. Mwah.